Every passing day, the wind's bind is stronger. Till they light the way to keep the reminder, I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us. Nothing could measure the kind of strength inside our hearts. It is all connected. We're all together. On this podcast, Adam. Adam, are you with me?
You know what's hilarious is that I am 100% certain you did that exact or something extremely close of an intro with that same song, with those same lyrics.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's a wonderful thing to tell people, Adam. So you can't try to put me down. This is the week of Tetris Effect, all right? This is everybody's week to enjoy Tetris Effect, and you're not going to bring us down a notch. So, Adam, before you dog me too much for reciting beautiful poetry for our listeners, how about you tell me what your game of juice is?
Well, first I want to tell, I got maybe, I don't know, maybe it's bad news. So I played the demo, played the Tetris Effect demo, and I got some news, Alex. And I don't know how you're going to take it, but it is awesome. It rocks. Yeah. I am so happy. And after 10 minutes of playing, I decided I was going to buy it. I've just pre-ordered it tonight. I cannot wait. Oh, I can't believe it's still a week away. I might cry. I might.
It's funny how they released the demo and you play it. You're like, thank God I get to play it early. And now somehow it's made it worse having to wait for the full game to come out. It's weird that happens.
It is. But okay. But back to your original question, the game of juice. I got some good juice tonight, baby. Some cranberry juice mixed in with a little lime, because you would think the two would clash because they're such strong flavors, but they are as harmonious as that beautiful, wonderful, soul-soothing music of Tetsuya along with Tetris and those visuals. It's great. Not much more to say about it. I'm loving it. It's good for my prostate or seminal vesicles or whatever the F it's good for. Tastes good. And I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
Just humor me, Adam. I want to hear you try to combine the word Tetsuya and the word Tetris into one word. If you could just smash them together, what would it sound like? You got one chance. Go.
Tetsuya.
Hey, that's actually a lot better than I thought you'd do. Good job.
What did you think I was going to do?
I have no idea.
Tetsuya.
No, okay. You can't do the whole thing. It's okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, my gamer juice this week, keeping it simple. Got some water. My other gamer juice, because I have multiples. It is, it's the season. It's now November, so I'm drinking Sam Adams Oktoberfest because it's November. So that's my gamer juice this evening. I had a rock star earlier in the day. I don't need that to keep me up tonight. So I want to be able to wake up early and play Tetris Effect in the morning and start my day off right. So that's my game plan now. I'm not going to try to pump myself up all night tonight, Adam. So don't you worry about me and my heart and my caffeine intake, okay?
Dude, you are so basic. Oh, I just hit you like a high school girl. You basic.
Yeah, you just ghosted me.
Oh, got ghosted. Oh, you know what? I did get ghosted this week. And that was by Paper Dolls. So if you haven't played the game, it's one of our games of the week. And so after playing Home Sweet Home, Paper Dolls is another horror game that I was like, boom, perfect for Halloween. Let's go. And it's very ironic because Paper Dolls is the ultimate trick or treat for the PSVR. So let's start with the treat because I like sweetness. I'm a big pile of it. So the game, it's really nice. The graphics are fantastic. Everything is sharp. It's dark. It's scary. The environments rock. The atmosphere is just eerie and spooky. I was so impressed with how they presented the game. And I mean that as in last week I was telling you, okay, Home Sweet Home and Resident Evil are on the same level. This game, just graphically, is probably on the same level in terms of, okay, I feel like kind of unsettled and it's spooky and I don't want to go in that room and it's scary. It's that type of level. And it has a good story. Some of the puzzle elements are pretty good. And granted, I haven't gone through the entire game, but I heard the developer said that the game is 15 hours. And okay, most times developers do overestimate. You know, they're trying to convince you to buy the game. But even if they are overestimating, they're not going to overestimate it like that much. It's still a long freaking game. So I'm not anywhere close to being finished. But, I mean, I was very impressed with that for your money. It's $17 or something like that. And for 10 to 15 hours a game, dude, let's go. So how do you like that treat, Alex? Is that sweet enough for you? Does that palpate your tongue?
Yeah, it palpates my tongue out. Whatever that means, that's what it does. No, it sounds good. I watched you stream a little bit on Twitch, and the graphics looked great. I was excited about this game from the trailer. It looked fantastic, and it graphically very impressive, very scary, which means I'm probably going to kind of stay away from it because, as we know, I'm not very brave, and it's okay to not be very brave. So yeah, that was a good treat, Adam.
Well, hold on to your jockstrap because here comes the trick. So it easily has the worst controls of the PSVR. I mean, it's absolutely stunning, mind-numbing how someone screwed this up so bad. I mean, I would rather make sweet, sweet love to a cheese grater. I would rather have a 240-volt shock to my nuts every time I said butthole. I would rather have the controls of special delivery. Yeah, it's that bad. Special delivery. I said it. It is that bad. I mean, I don't even know where to freaking begin with this atrocity. First of all, guess how you move forward? Screw you, Alex. I'm going to tell you anyhow. You move forward by clicking R2 and L2 in rhythm. Yeah, it doesn't use the analog sticks. And no, you can use the motion controllers, but you still have to use the triggers to move. Not just hold R2 and you move forward. You have to move them like you're a freaking chimpanzee F and Z. It's stupid. The analog sticks aren't used at all for anything. The most prominent thing on that controller are the analog sticks, and you don't use them? What the F are you doing? And then, instead of opening the game and using actual effing words that people can read, they don't give you any introduction. They don't give you any words or instructions and saying, hey, pick up an item by hitting this asinine button. Or, hey, if you want, they don't even tell you how to move forward. I sat there touching myself for a half hour before I could even figure out how to move. You can't turn around. It's not even snap turning. You can't. You actually have to move your freaking body. It's stupid. But then the instructions, as I mentioned, aren't written. They use this stupid, cute little bullcrap, like, I guess it's a diagram that moves of the controller, but you can't decipher it. You don't know what they're doing. So, you don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to pick up items. I don't know how to put them in my inventory. I don't know how to drop items. I don't know how to look to the left. I can't do anything because I'm too busy hitting R2 and L2. I'm so focused on how horrible these controls are, I can't enjoy the game. I haven't been scared a single freaking time because literally the only thing I'm thinking of is, oh my God, these controls are bad. What the F is this? Oh, I can't turn around. F me. That's literally all I think. It's a trick, all right, and a freaking evil one at that. You should be effing ashamed of yourself. It's horrible. It took a good game that should have been good, possibly great, and it made it into something that is a big old butthole.
Did you feel a shock to your nuts right there?
I felt a shock to something. My freaking nerves and my patience. We haven't even gone to the airing of grievances. I'm already ticked off. Why? How? How do you, what are you thinking? I'm just appalled. Is it because they're Japanese or something? Are they Japanese? I don't know anything. All I know is your controls suck.
It's Winking Entertainment is the people who put this out. They publish a lot of Chinese games. And these games, I don't know what the deal is with the developers of these games. They always make things look really good, and they always get 75% of the way there, and then they just miss the mark. It sounds like this game would be good if it just had normal controls. If you could just move with the analog stick, like in Resident Evil 7, would the game be better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so is there combat in the game?
Not that I've hit yet.
Okay, and have you tried the Move controllers?
I sadly have.
Okay, if you use the Move controllers, are your hands independent of each other? Because I know if you use the DualShock, they're kind of stuck together, and you move around with the DualShock controller. With the moves, can you move them independently, like on a, I don't know, Super Hot or something?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's trash.
I'm just trying to think of, like, hopefully they're going to patch this. This sounds like the absolute worst control scheme I could devise of a VR game. So they have to be in the process of fixing this. I don't know how they got here to begin with. Yeah, and then 15 hours. You know why it takes 15 hours, Adam? It's because it takes 15 hours for you to cross the room by tapping L and R.
Could be. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't know. They dropped it. They dropped the ball right on my big toe. It's broken. It's hurt. I'm sad. I'm crying. I don't know what to do. My Halloween's ruined, but not in the good way.
Well, to balance things out a little bit, we got a great gift this week with the Tetris Effect demo. So I think it's only fair that we both kind of get disappointed in the other games that we got to play this week. So you were disappointed by Paper Dolls, and understandably so. It looked great. I was disappointed by Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams. As I mentioned in the review, it's really weird that I could somehow look forward and appreciate a game like this, but still be very disappointed by it. So for those who don't know, Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams, it's a game put out by Frost Earth Studios, published by Oxygene SRL, and it's $25 at the time of release. This is a game that, you watch the trailer, it focuses on being something different, something kind of meditative. The game is about relaxing, and the developers kind of they told us that in the email they sent us. This is a different game. We want you to take your time and chill, enjoy the music. They got really good quality music in it. Oscar-winning composers have made music, so I guess it's licensed tracks. I doubt they've made the music specifically for this game, but the music is good. It's varied, and it's high quality, and it's there for you to enjoy it. But the crux of this game is that you go into these fantastic environments, and you just kind of walk through the environment and experience the environment, and you find these little runes that are hidden throughout the quote-unquote level. They call the levels opportunities, but I'll just say levels so you know what I'm talking about. And you aim your controller. You can use the moves of the DualShocks. You aim it at the rune, and you fire like a little bolt at it, a little dart at it. And when you hit the rune, a quote will appear. And it's just a quote. It'll be like from the Dalai Lama or Confucius or William Shakespeare, just a notable philosopher. And it's a quote to just kind of make you think about things. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Immanuel Kant, it's something like you can tell the measure of a man by how he treats animals or something like that. Just things to kind of get you feeling kind of mindful, things to marinate on while you're walking through these fantastical environments. Now, the first level that I dropped into was great, actually. I went in, and it was like a neon landscape, almost like I was shrunk down, a neon fantastical landscape with these giant glowing mushrooms. And there was like a Celtic woman singing in the music. And it doesn't seem to match, Celtic women singing and neon mushrooms, but it went together really well. And I started moving through the level. So the game, you can move with smooth locomotion, where you hit a button and it moves in the direction that you're looking, or you can teleport. You hold down the O button, and you can basically, if you can go there, you can teleport there. So there's no limit on how quickly you teleport, and there's no limit on how far you can teleport. Unfortunately, you have to choose one or the other, or go into like a menu and change it. So if you're moving along in smooth locomotion, you can get stuck on the terrain, and then you think, I'll teleport out. No, you got to pause and go into a menu, and then adjust it, and then unpause, and then teleport, and then pause back so you can get back to smooth locomotion. So that's kind of frustrating. There's no reason why you couldn't do both, because moving in smooth locomotion doesn't preclude you from hitting the teleport button. They just don't work in tandem, I guess. And the other downside is that the smooth locomotion, like I said, is you move in the direction that you're looking, which works fine in some games, but in this game, it's disappointing. I'd like to be able to walk in one direction and look around. The whole point of this game is to experience the environments around you, and I can't just walk around and look around and really take in what I'm seeing. So that's kind of frustrating. That being said, some of these levels are absolutely great. Some of these breathtaking sceneries. There's one, you're on a space station, and I was there, and I look out the window, and I'm orbiting like a binary star system, and it truly, takes your breath away. And combined with the music and the experience, just sitting there, taking in the scene is really enjoyable. But the downside is that not all levels are created equal, and not all levels are all relaxing or meditative. There was one level I felt like I had got sent to hell. There wasn't very much to do in the level. There was just like tornadoes of fire, and the music wasn't relaxing. And by the time I got to this level, the quotes had already started repeating. So I enjoyed finding the runes and reading the quotes and just thinking for a second about it. And that was actually a really enjoyable experience, and I was surprised at that. But halfway through the game, I started reading the same quotes over and over again. And it's like, okay, all you got to do is go on wikiquote.com and just take any of these quotes that sound okay and just put them in there. It's not hard to find mindful quotes, especially about from Dalai Lama and Confucius. These guys are a treasure trove of interesting things they've said, whether or not you believe them. So that was kind of frustrating. So the levels run out of steam. Some of the levels run out of steam pretty quickly. Some of the levels just flat out seem, incomplete in design. There was one level where you're on a boat and it's going around this river, and there's no way to get out of the level. So normally you finish a level and there's a window you can walk through, and you go back to the main hub world and you can enter and go find another level. This one, no, there was no way to do that. Again, you have to go into a menu and you have to back out and you have to exit, and it feels kind of weird, and you feel like maybe you didn't complete it. You don't know if the game's going to mess up. So that was kind of frustrating. So that was one of the downsides. The controls of this game are frustrating. It's hard to look around, and it's hard to relax with the movement. If you teleport a bunch, if you teleport too far, you get really disoriented, which again confuses your sense of presence. This game is about feeling like you're in this nice environment. And then when you're moving with a smooth locomotion and you get hung up on terrain, that again breaks the immersion. So for a game about making you feel like you're in these great places, it really, seems to do a lot to go out of its way to take you out of the presence and take you out of the feeling, make you feel like you're playing a game that, is in beta or something like that. So I was kind of harsh in our review on it, posted it on Reddit, and lo and behold, one of the developers saw, and they posted some feedback of the review, and they said they hear us loud and clear. They appreciated the review and the thoughtful take on the game. And I just want to relay what they said. They said that they had no intention from the beginning of releasing the project and then running away. So they're going to be working to update the game and make it better, which is good. If they can enhance some of the environments, that's going to go a long way. And if they add some more environments and maybe flesh out some of the interactivity in the environments, that's going to be a lot helpful. So they also said they're going to work on smooth turning. I forgot to mention that. This game only has snap turning, which again makes things more disorienting, takes you out of the immersion of the game, and defeats the purpose of the game to begin with. They're working on adding smooth turning. Hopefully they work on the locomotion a bit too. It doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to integrate that. And they also said they have plans to make the levels bigger and better, and then add whole new areas to explore and visit, which I totally welcome. There was a good number. I think there's 10 or 12 levels that you can go through, and some of them are really, really interesting and really enjoyable to be in, even for a short amount of time. They also said that they are thinking and working to implement new ways of interactions and more ways of interaction, which would be great. Some levels you can go and there's, little treasure chests you can open, little balls you can find to bounce around, and fireworks you can light and launch. And then some levels there's just a fire tornado that you can walk in the middle of, and it does absolutely nothing. And it's just kind of, it's there and you look at it. So yeah, I played this game completely, got the platinum trophy. So if you want a platinum trophy, this is maybe the easiest game to platinum. But yeah, other than that, it is what it is. Watch some trailers and read our review, and you might get an idea of if you want it. They need to drop the price below $24.99 though. That's a ridiculous price, especially Astrobot's what, $30, $40, Tetris is $40. This game, it's not quite there.
You just talked a whole lot about a game that sucks, Alex.
Yeah, I had a lot to say about it because I had high hopes for this game. I'm a person who looks for these kind of games, and I was looking forward to this one, oddly enough, and I was disappointed. So that was my trick. That was the trick for me of the Halloween week.
Well, it's time for a little bit of treat for both of us because holy nuts, dude. So I already said, after the first probably even 5 minutes, I realized Tetris Effect was something special. I mean, I could talk for hours, man.
I told you so, man. I told you it was going to be good. And you were like, I don't want to spend $40 on Tetris. You called me stupid, and you said the F word, and you showed me your middle finger.
Okay, I don't think that's true. But I did have doubts. I'm not going to lie. I did have doubts. But so if you remember E3, I forgot if it was Tetsuya or if it was the Enhanced guy. I think it was Tetsuya. They were like, the goal of the game is to create something that you could get home from work and it's relaxing and you could sit down and enjoy a game. Nothing, like people are talking like, oh, it's not like ideal VR, or it's like a cash grab. And okay, I understand. Is it the most immersive thing? It's very good. I think it's pretty dang immersive, but no, it's not Resident Evil 7. It's not super hot, but it's not supposed to be. And for what it is extremely relaxing. It is awe-inspiring. The music is incredible. The visuals are outstanding. You have to remember sometimes to take a break and actually look at the visuals, because otherwise you'll be focused so much into the puzzling that you'll miss it. Like, holy crap, is it good, man. What's been your favorite part so far?
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the tracks that they have in the demo so far. I like you. I was skeptical about the music selection. I've enjoyed Lumines, and there's more songs that I like on Lumines than there are songs that I don't like. Same thing with Rez. I think I like all the songs on Rez, but for the appeal of Tetris Effect was always going to be the music that's chosen for it, and they really set the bar high with that. The connected song that's in the trailer. And watching some B-reel footage of the game after it was announced on at E3, there was one level, and I think it's like the third level of this demo, and somebody was playing it, and I was like, oh man, I'm really not getting on with this music. I don't know how this is going to feel. But playing it in the demo, they really do good with the quantization, where they have what you're doing on the screen, making sounds that match the rhythm of the music, and then the way the music builds as you accumulate more lines, or you score a Tetris and it's like an extra level or layer of music comes in, and then that combined with the flashing and the strobe effects and the fading in and the fading out with the lights and the environments around you, they really nailed it. So yeah, long story short, my favorite part is the track selection that we've been able to experience. And, listening to the soundtrack after you pre-order it only increases my anticipation for what we're going to get at the full, 30 level game that's in front of us right now.
27.
And then, I'll play some of them 3 times, 3 of them 2 times again. So that's 30.
There you go. All right. So obviously I love Rez. But there was that one song in Area X that I really liked. Aside from that, again, I've only heard 3 of the tracks. Well, actually 4. Because if you go into the extra modes, not journey mode, I forgot what they called it. And there's a jellyfish level that you can play.
Oh, yeah.
But the music at Tetris Effect makes Rez's music sound like you just ate a pound of Taco Bell, bent over right near my ear, and just let her rip. That's what it sounds like. That's how good this music is. And Rez's music I like. I'm not going to go ham about it, but I like. This music is so good. Here's the thing. I don't know if anyone would do this. Do you think they will actually put this music out for sale, on a CD or maybe a digital download or something on iTunes?
That's tough to say, because I know that, in between making Rez and Lumines and putting together some of his other games, Tetsuya Mizuguchi has done a lot in music production as of late. And he might have been behind a lot of the production of the music on this game. And so I feel like he probably knows how to put out music to buy and how to put out music to purchase. And I'm sure if this game sells well, there's going to be a demand for the soundtrack. And if there's a demand for the soundtrack, then they're probably going to release the soundtrack. But my concern is that the music isn't going to feel as good listening to it straight up as it does to play it in here. And I had that problem with Rez. I downloaded the original Rez soundtrack, and, I love playing Rez. I love the music in Rez, but it's still good. It's just not quite as good when you're just listening to it and you're not interacting and taking apart and creating it. But yeah, I'm sure they'll probably release at some point. It might be kind of expensive, because when they release Japanese music CDs, they're pretty expensive, $50 or something. But yeah, they'll probably release it at some point.
Dude, it's real good. I can't wait. 27 levels, and then there are so many other modes that I didn't expect. That I had told Alex before the podcast, I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna lose my job. I don't want to play any other game right now. It's only Tetris, and we have 4 games coming out this week. I don't want to play anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to play anything. I just want to play Tetris. And I've played probably 4 to 5 hours of the demo alone, and most of that is in journey mode. So I've played the same levels. And aside, okay, can we talk about how much that third level sucks?
So I just said that I didn't like it when I watched the video, but then when I played it, I really dig it. It's a change of pace, and it's difficult. And I think that's kind of the point is, at least when I play Lumines, you get a variety of music and stuff that comes through it, and a variety of difficulty and levels. And it's like the levels will be relaxing and easy, and it's almost like a roller coaster ride where they'll kind of ramp up in intensity, and then you'll get like a really intense song that's kind of like, I don't know, it's got like some friction to it almost, and it's not really trying to immerse you, it's trying to challenge you. But then you're happy for getting to the end of it, and then a relaxing song comes along as well. So it's like you're not going to go to sleep. There's like a story to your participation with the game and the music, I think. So yeah, I understand why you hate it. It's because you're an uncultured swine, and something that doesn't sound like it was made in good old fashioned American rock and roll or good old fashioned American rap hip hop is not going to tickle your fancy. Yeah, you're just a jerk. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're a jerk. Okay, so I think we didn't even mention this in the beginning of the podcast, which is pretty sad, but we have a fan joining us in the second segment, Develon, and we're going to talk a whole lot of Tetris Effect then. So I think probably right now, I think we're anxious to get him on here. So I say we cut the segment here, Alex. We'll come back with Develon in the second segment. We're going to talk about his favorite PSVR games. We're going to talk a whole lot of Tetris Effect, and I'm sure we'll end up finding something else to talk about. You know, we're big talkers, so stick with us. We'll talk to Develon. We'll have a good time, and then, we're all connected, baby. We're all connected. Welcome back to PlayPSVR, the podcast. We want to welcome Develon onto the show. And so I found him on Twitter, and I've been following him about since we started the PlayPSVR Twitter. And he's constantly posting videos, him kicking butt in Creed, Sprint Vector, some of the other awesome games that he loves and he talks about. So welcome to the big leagues, my man. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I appreciate you having me on.
Dude, yeah, it's our pleasure. We love it. So we start everyone off with, if you listen to the show, we want to know what you're sucking down for gamer juice.
Yeah, this might not be the most interesting answer, but water, man. That's all I drink.
Oh, water.
It's the original gamer juice, you know?
That's right. I mean, so I'm drinking cranberry juice for my prostate or whatever that's good for. You got water for everything, and Alex is just unhealthy. So
that's it.
That's the way we go. So, yeah, we appreciate you joining us. And so I don't know. You look at the name, and Develon seems like it's pretty obvious to pronounce. However, it could also be Develon, in which before Develon joined us, we've been saying Develon the whole time. So what Alex and I have decided that whoever mispronounces his name the most at the end of this segment, before we start the third segment, one of us has to watch The Monkey King. And
the punishments.
It's quite the punishment. It's a time factor and just a pain factor. And I just want to go ahead and note that Adam has already said it twice. So
I said Develon.
Yeah, I'm sure you did, Adam. We're going to play that back in the editing room.
Yeah, forget you, dude. You suck. You suck. Okay, so Develon, how about you give us a little intro? Because I think about time I had followed you on Twitter, like you had already had PSVR. So, like, how long have you had it? What were some of your first titles? Like, why were you interested? Give us some background and what got you into PSVR.
Yeah, so I literally just hit the 1 year mark. I bought it in October 2017, and I was kind of not really super excited about it. I just kind of picked it up in a Target cartwheel deal, and I'd heard people talking about, how it wasn't that impressive, and there wasn't much to the software library. So I thought it was just going to be kind of a side thing that I picked up and played from time to time. and I just fell in love with it from the first time I tried it, and it quickly became my platform of choice overall, even over the base PS4 library.
Nice.
I don't know if we've talked about this, Adam, and Develon, if you don't mind, how much did you pay for it in the cartwheel deal?
I got it for $225.
$225. So there's like a Black Friday deal coming down the pipe that's like $250, and I might jump on that to upgrade mine. Adam, how much did you pay for your PSVR?
So I didn't have anything before I started, so I had to buy a PlayStation, a PSVR. I had to buy it all from scratch. I forgot. I found like the PSVR in Craigslist. I got the PlayStation from OfferUp. I just got a bunch of like hand-me-downs from people. But
yeah, that's how I am. Like the one I have now is the newer model because I sold the original model to a friend after I got him convinced to check it out, and then bought the current model. With that.
Nice.
Sell me on the, not to derail the conversation, but sell me on the current model. I need to convince myself to buy the version 2 this Black Friday. Is there any bonuses about it that you want to tell me about?
Yeah, the button placement is more convenient, so it's actually on the headset rather than the little remote control that hangs from the headset. And because the controller isn't that remote control inline dongle and thing isn't hanging from the headset, it's lighter on your head. Those are the two main quality of life improvements. And it's also got the HDR pass through because I bought a 4K TV at the same time, so I needed it for that. So you don't have to kill your HDR signal when it's passing through the breakout box.
I've never experienced HDR through my PlayStation Pro because it's always had to go through the PSVR box. So I should probably upgrade just to see what that's like.
There you go.
Here's the thing. He's already decided he's going to do it. He just wants someone to
push him
make
over
him feel good. Yeah, that's right. He just wants, whatever. But okay,
I've been there.
So where are your? I want to get the titles that you love the most, and then I want to jump into some Tetris Effect because Alex and I have been talking about nonstop. I want your opinion. So first, what are some of your favorite games? All
right, I'm gonna give you my top 10, and I challenge anybody gameplay wise to find a top 10 this diverse on another platform. But it's Astrobot Rescue Mission, Firewall 0 Hour, Wipeout Omega Collection, Resident Evil 7, Static, Sprint Vector, Electronauts, Super Hot VR, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, and I Expect You to Die.
Man, wait, no Creed?
No Creed, man. I gave Creed the shot, and it's fun, but it didn't top that solid top 10 I had going. But I still got Sprint Vector and Electronauts in there, so I'm giving Servios love. They're still my favorite VR developer of the year.
Yeah.
Adam, do you have any beef with that list? I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, I got beef, man. What about Rez? Is Rez not in the top 10, dude?
It would be an honorable mention if we kept that list going. If it went past that slot, Rez would be right next on the list. Rez,
if we went up to like 69, then it would be on there.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I could name favorites all day, but narrowing it down to 10 wasn't easy.
Oh, so the only beef I think I would have, and it's not even beef because you haven't played it yet. We already kind of talked about it. Is you recently purchased the Persistence, but you haven't played it yet.
Right.
That one, I think, should be in your top 10 at least.
I think it will be. I mean, that's the thing, too, is like there's a lot. That top 10 list has been – that's another crazy thing about VR is that it's constantly being added to with new releases, and there's just so many coming all the time. Like I expect by the end of the year, Beat Saber to jump in there, maybe Blood and Truth, maybe – Borderlands 2 VR, like it's just so much always coming. That list is constantly being, I mean, you look at Astrobot Rescue Mission, Firewall 0 Hour, Electronauts, that's just the past 3 months.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
We're building up a pretty good library with PSVR. I just want to clarify. So you know how boxing rankings, there's like the first ranked contender and the second ranked contender, but then at the top of the list, there's the top 10 contenders. At the top of the list, there's a champion, and I'm assuming you didn't say Stunt Kite Masters VR because Stunt Kite Masters is actually your champion. Is that correct?
I can't speak to Stunt Kite Masters at all.
Because
I've yet to behold the greatness that is that game.
You're not missing much, I'm sure. But you suck, Alex. I hate that game. I haven't even played it yet, and I already know you're gonna make me hate it. You bum. Okay,
yeah,
so
after I will say after completing the game from start to finish, I feel like Astrobot Rescue Mission is earning that top slot right now.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with somebody saying that. It's not my number one, but I can totally understand somebody picking that as number one. It's really an amazing experience, I think.
Okay, so I think we talked about persistence and how you think that's probably gonna get in there. I was like interested in if I remember, no Farpoint, no Skyrim. Did those just not tickle your fancy as much, or did you get a chance to play those?
Skyrim, I don't think it's even fair to ask me about because I'm not an open world guy. So games like Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption 2, those games are types that I acknowledge the greatness from across the gaming industry. Just the way my life is set up, I just don't have the space for those. Come spend 500 hours in our game. But I acknowledge if I was going off of community impressions, Skyrim would absolutely be up there. And Farpoint, still one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had, and would definitely be on that list if we kept the list going forward beyond 10.
All right. Yeah. And then the only other one that kind of hurt my heart a little bit, I don't know if you've played To the Top. Well, I love To the Top.
I have it, and I've only played it once. I bought To the Top, Super Hot, and a bunch of other games, like all in this sale that happened in the past couple of weeks. So as I play more of that, it probably will jump on that list too.
You got to join us sometime, man. We do some races.
It does have a multiplayer mode, huh?
Yeah, we'll leave Adam in the dust together because Adam is very bad at it. He's laughably bad at it.
I'm still in the tutorial.
That's hilarious because Alex has not even come close to defeating me. I mean, I'm saying if I'm Babe Ruth, actually, I guess now I should say Barry Bonds. If I was Barry Bonds, I don't even know where this is going. He sucks, and I'm good. I was trying to think of like
you were better than him. That's what
I know. Whatever. Okay, I suck.
Adam's going to the bottom as we speak.
Okay, but why also? And while Alex is there saying I suck, you mentioned so you have Creed. I've seen. I think you posted some videos like you playing and things. So, do you think just by his voice, do you think you could take Alex?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
But
no disrespect.
I feel disrespected. I try to do a Mike Tyson impression. I can't do it.
Although Alex did lose to an interesting little fellow. Alex, you wanna tell your story again?
Yeah, Adam, it's hilarious. He was 12 years old and he beat the crap out of me. But I'll have you know that I could tell from his headset how big he was. He was a 7'7" tall, 7'7" tall 12-year-old. Okay, Adam?
Wow.
That's your
so that's your competition, a 12-year-old.
Okay.
Have you played the multiplayer much?
I have not. I haven't played the multiplayer at all yet. I've only made it through a couple of. That's what I'm saying. Like, so much stuff has started happening since I buy these games and I never make it back to them. So yeah, I while Creed isn't yet on my top 10 or anything, I haven't given it a fair shake yet.
It's a really good game. The multiplayer is a different kind of beast because I think there's something different in how the stamina works. I think in multiplayer, if you move your head around a bunch, then you'll kind of wear out your stamina. Whereas in the single player, it doesn't. They kind of want you to move around and block a little bit more. But have you beaten the single player? Have you beaten the? I'm stuck on the last guy on the highest difficulty, and I just can't beat him because I don't have the discipline. I don't have the eye of the tiger.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how far I am through the fires, but I think I've beaten about 4.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got it. You play Creed. In the background, just blare the Tetris Effect music. And you will have the most discipline and the most emotional fight of your life.
It's going to be hard to throw punches through the tears, Adam. I won't be able to see anybody. Any punches coming, I'll be crying from the pleasure of that song from the trailer of Tetris Effect.
That is, or all of them. So I guess that would be a nice little lead-in. Have you got a chance to play the demo of Tetris Effect?
I have. I downloaded it yesterday and got to play it a little bit before I went to work. So,
okay, nice. And what were your first impressions?
I mean, I've been looking forward to Tetris Effect for a while. Like I said, Rez is one of my favorite games in PSVR. Tetsuya Mizuguchi is a genius as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. One of the few developers that really is focused on kind of the full audio-visual aspects of design when it comes to game design. So it was kind of tailor-made for me. Like, puzzle games are one of my favorite genres. I love games that incorporate music and all those things to a heavy degree. And, going off of the first level that I got to play, like it's all there. And I can't wait till next Friday.
Yeah, man. I feel like we're so lucky to be able to get to experience VR in and of itself. And then we're even doubly lucky because Tetsuya Mizuguchi, the genius, as you said, has decided to focus his efforts, and the games that he's putting out now are in VR. Tetris Effect is just a culmination of that to me. It's like, I love Lumines and I loved Rez, and somehow he's taken them both and put them together, and he put them together with the most perfect and iconic puzzle game ever created. And it's even in the demo, I don't want to stop playing it.
Yeah, and that's something that I felt like when I was talking to people kind of in the pre-release window, I don't feel enough attention was paid to his contribution to it. A lot of people were just like, oh, it's Tetris in VR. And I feel like that was kind of minimizing and selling the overall project short. If you pre-ordered the game, you got that soundtrack sampler that came with it. And just listen to that music. You can see these are fully, studio quality produced songs. Mm-hmm. In the soundtrack alone, I know they spent a lot of money just putting all that together. So a lot of people were like, oh, it's $40, it's too much. But I think when you really look at the kind of effort and scope of the project, I think it's well worth it and valid.
Yeah. What got me with the song, so everyone knows the song from the trailer, and ever since it played at E3, everyone was like, dude, that effing song, it's like soul enriching and it's incredible. Everyone knew that song was great, okay? And so I expected that was going to be like the number one song. It's going to be the song that they start out with. It was going to be the song of the game. But then I hit that second stage in the demo on journey mode. I'm going to be serious. I'm going to be honest. The first song is more like it's more emotional and more like, I don't know, enlightening. But I think I like the second song better. I mean, I don't know what any of these things are called.
I'm about to say, did you pre-order? Have you heard the soundtrack sampler?
I actually just pre-ordered it today. I haven't got a chance to download and check the song.
Listen to it. You'll be blown away by like all the songs are like that level of like, oh wow, like this is not just this one song. It's not just these two songs. Like literally that's the whole soundtrack. They put that much effort into, making those catchy songs and then designing the levels around them. So you got like this range of atmosphere and just different styles and different moods and tones. That game is going to be something special when people dig into the full package, I think.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is you listen to the soundtrack sample, I think it's got, like 8 songs on it, but then you play the demo and you see that there's like 30 levels.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, I was happy with just the eight potential songs that we have. I was like, yeah, I could play these all the time.
Same.
And then, two of the levels in the demo aren't even on the sampler, if I'm right. And, just the production value, not only of the music, but also of the levels. They each have their own distinct style and visuals. And he's really good at meshing the way the visuals pop with the sound and the themes go together. So it's like, how did they come up with 30 different, complete visual sets with these 30 complete songs? I cannot wait for when is it, November 9th, November 6th, next week. I want the game.
A week from today.
Oh my goodness.
I think we should just not. Oh, I got it. We'll do the podcast while playing Tetris Effect. There it is.
I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to be listening, man.
Exactly. It's just an hour and a half of us playing Tetris Effect. That'd be great.
And the thing I think was interesting about that is they had a very kind of public preview window. There were several outlets that got preview looks at the game and were blown away. There were several outlets that were giving it kind of one of the best of show credits coming out of E3. But there was just something like it wasn't connecting with people. Like they were still just like, oh, it's just Tetris. It's just Tetris. I think once it drops, there's going to be a big kind of a lot of people just being like, oh, wow, this is so much more than I thought it was.
Yeah. So that brings me to, sorry, Adam, I just want to ask him real quick. You're somebody who liked Rez and you like Tetsuya Mizuguchi. And yeah, I also agree. If somebody actually plays this, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to dig it. What do you say to somebody who is skeptical? They say they like Tetris, but they hear that this is going to cost $40. Do you have something that you can say that might convince somebody? Because, Adam liked Rez, and I could barely get him convinced until he played it that it was worth, that Tetris Effect was going to be worth $40. And even I myself, I love it. I said before I'd pay $100. I'd pay $200 for this.
Right.
I'm so into it.
The first thing I tell them, I mean, I have had to talk to people who had those perspectives, and the first thing I tell them is, one, go look at the preview coverage. The mainstream outlets don't typically cover VR content, right? So there's that. So for a VR game to jump into mainstream coverage territory, it's typically special. That's what Astrobot did. That's what Firewall did. So I say, go look at their responses to Tetris Effect from E3 window of announcement to now. And you see outlet after outlet, like, wow, Tetris Effect is one of the best things we saw at E3. Tetris Effect is one of the best things we saw at TGS. Like, it just goes on and on and on. So that will give you a bunch of people, singing its praises from the mainstream games writer world. And then I'd say look at the actual game, because it's free from now until Tuesday. And if that doesn't work, then I think the person's kind of starting to reveal themselves as a bit closed-minded, because if you're not going to try a free demo, what else can I say?
Yeah, I know. It's like free. Like, at least try it. It's free. Like, I don't know. But what I love about it, I don't know if it's Tetsuya or if it's Enhance. I don't know who, but someone has a huge pair of bison nuts, because how all these people, we cover games for, quite a bit for PSVR, and most people never even come close to providing a demo. Most of them have embargoes, so we can't even tell people what we think, because I'm assuming they're afraid that, okay, our game freaking sucks, and these people are going to say it sucks, and then no one's going to buy it. But these people, out of nowhere, it's good that they have confidence in their product, but they know their game is good. Mm-hmm. They push it out, give it a free demo. I've played this demo probably 5 hours already, and I could play it I'm going to play it until they snatch it away from my greedy little fingers. Right. So it's so good. I love how they did that. It's incredible. They just put a demo out there for people, and I think that, like Alex mentioned, I was going to wait till people bought it, because I knew Alex was going to love it, and so I don't trust him at all. But other people, I was going to see what they thought, then bought it immediately. Within the first 10 minutes, I was like, yep, it's over. I'm buying it. So,
the accessibility of it's huge too, right? Like, Tetris is the best-selling game of all time. Like, it's been sold on the most different platforms, and there are Tetris watches. So the general population knows how to play this game. It's not the kind of game you put a new person who's new to VR in, and they got to worry about, acclimating to motion sickness or figuring out the complex controller. And I think that the combination of Astrobot, Tetris Effect, and Beat Saber, if they can get that out before Black Friday, that's an accessibility boost for PSVR that hasn't existed before now. And you're going to see a big, what I think is the Thanksgiving Wii effect, right? Where people got Wii Sports in the home that first Thanksgiving, and that word of mouth just spread off of everyone in the family's ability to jump in and play without being familiar with the hardware.
Yeah, Tetris Effect is the first game that, as I was playing it, I was actively thinking to myself, I gotta get my mom to play this game.
Exactly. Yep.
And you're right about the Thanksgiving effect. I'm going home for Thanksgiving, and I wasn't thinking about taking my PSVR. And now that Tetris Effect came out, I'm like, I need people to play this. My family loves Tetris, and how am I going to keep this away from them? It's the best version of Tetris I've played, at least so far with the demo. From what I've seen, it's the best version of Tetris I've played in years. Yeah, so you're spot on with that, and I hope people do play it like that. And it's going to take people buying it at the very least. The demo's not going to last until then, but
right, yeah, I think people will buy it, and I think that there's especially once that Black Friday sale hits, and then people have the headset in their home and they're looking for stuff. If you fast forward or rewind back to a year ago, and just think of someone like picking up a headset right now, and they got Astrobot, Firewall, Tetris Effect, Borderlands, Beat Saber, like all these things right there. Like, they don't have to wait months for them to come out. Like, that's a crazy library to be diving into on day one.
Yeah. And Alex, you're not fooling anybody, buddy. I said buddy twice. You are taking your PSVR home because you don't want to be without Tetris Effect for a few days. I know it. You can't.
I'm gonna be driving home wearing the headset in the car, telling my wife to steer for me because I need to stay connected. We're all connected.
Yeah.
We're all connected.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. We didn't even plan that. That was good. Touche. Okay, so you played the demo. What was your favorite level? So there was in the mystery mode, there was like that jellyfish level, and then the 3 levels in the journey mode. What was your favorite?
So I only had time to play before I went to work yesterday. So I only played the opening level. I cleared it and then passed into the second level for a few seconds, but then I had to turn it off and go to work.
Oh, dude, that second level is awesome. The music is just, oh my. I don't even like music. I don't like music in general.
Oh,
and
really?
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, me and you are opposites in that regard. I'm a music game, like literally between Electronauts and Just Dance. I probably spend more time on music-based games than any other.
Nice. I mean, I'm looking forward to like Beat Saber and I mean, like I really enjoyed Rez partly because of the music, and I'm not like To the Top. I love the music, but. Okay, well then you're going to be beside yourself. It just gets better, my man. I'm just going to ask you, when we're done here tonight, you need to immediately go to your PSVR.
Fire up level 2. Okay.
That's right. Because
you need to tell us what score you get, because right now, everybody I'm talking to, we are all crushing Adam in the score. Adam, he went through the 3 levels and he did so terribly. We're all laughing at him. So whatever score you get, send it to us just so we can pile another person on top of the ranking.
We'll do. Yeah, we need to all send PSN requests too and get on each other's list.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Wait, what score? So we mentioned this in the first segment, but you obviously you weren't with us then. So we have a like little running competition among like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us on that we all play PSVR, and they've been people. If you want to join us, Develon, feel free. But we're doing journey mode. Normal difficulty. All of us are throwing in like $2 or $3, and then whoever gets the highest score, takes a pot. Last time I knew, I was winning. Am I not winning anymore?
You haven't checked, have you? Yeah, I told you I was putting my child down before we recorded the podcast. But by putting my child down, I mean I'm putting you down the rankings, Adam. I made you a child with my score.
Did you?
Wow.
Go check, buddy.
Where am I supposed to check?
On the game.
I can't go on the game, you fool. Okay, anyhow. All right. So I'm excited for you to play some Tetris Effect because that, oh my gosh, dude. Is it? Oh, I feel like I could literally talk about this the entire time, but, I feel like we shouldn't do that. So if you had one game that, Develon, that I just F me. I did it. No!
Guess what you get to watch.
No! I have F my life. Okay.
Wonderful piece of software you get to take in. So.
This is horrible. No. All right. So if you're talking about, apparently you had already sold your old version 1 PSVR headset to a friend. So apparently
I have personally successfly sold 3 headsets.
Yeah, you got to tell us how you did that, man, because I got friends I need to play this.
Yeah, I mean, well, really, I'm a firm believer in PSVR sells itself. So really, it's how do you get people in the headset? So I literally went to my friend's house. I said, look, I want to sell you this. I know you haven't tried it before. I will come to your house and set it up and give you a little demo. And if you like it, you pay for it. If you don't, I'll take it back. Needless to say, I didn't have to take it back. But literally firewall 0 hour. If there's someone who's, used to kind of modern gaming hardware, they know dual analog stick control, it would definitely be firewall 0 hour. Put people in that together because I can be in the game with them. That would sell it. If not, if they're a bit more of a, I don't want to say casual, but just less experienced with modern hardware, Astrobot.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I used to get people to play. Super Hot was my go-to game, and if they were really bad at video games, I would just put them on Res, and I would play Res for them through the social screen. And then they start looking around, and then it's like, all right, I can't do this anymore. But
yeah, I've had VR demo parties. Like my girlfriend let me set it up at her apartment for like on a Sunday, and she just had all her friends come by. I just gave them all demos. In situations like that with people who might not even play games. The VR short film is it omelette?
Yeah, alumet or something like that.
Alumet, yeah.
Let's just say omelet. Omelet.
That's one of my favorite ones. Of course, the Ocean Descent Shark Tank experience in PSVR Worlds. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Mm-hmm. Just really those experiences. People don't really have to be able to master the controller in order to enjoy the experience. But yeah, it's a lot of the kitchen demo, of course. That one's always funny to put people in. Not to get too personal. Does your girlfriend play PSVR often? My wife rarely touches it. No, she doesn't play games at all. She likes to watch me play them. But I have had her try out in VR. She's tried Electronauts, which she liked, and Astrobot.
I need to.
Astrobot's just that one where it's that one where you put people in it and they can't believe, like. It's like watching like carnival toys come to life. Like it's just kind of it's seeing is believing with that.
Yeah, I'm a bad husband because I've had Astrobot now since it came out, and I haven't had my wife play it. And I know she would probably love it. I know anybody who plays it's probably going to love it. I know Adam would love it if he got off of his high horse and actually touched the game.
Have you finished it?
I have not finished it because we just keep getting more games in. And
there's the final boss battle in that game is. I recorded the clip of when I played it just to remember like what my voice sounded like the first time I saw it. It's like you will literally smile so hard when you see what they did with the final boss on that game.
That might be what I'm doing tonight then. I mean, Tetris Effect be damned. I'm going to get Tetris Effect for a while, but
send me a message when you play that final boss. I just want to see your reaction.
All right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I love every second of me playing that game. I'm having a fantastic time, but yeah.
It's probably going to scare him because I don't know, again, I mean, how familiar you are with this, but Alex is a huge sissy boy. Like, he gets scared over – Tetris Effect probably scares him because it makes him consider his insignificance in the world.
I bought Resident Evil 7 last Black Friday, and I played it in 15-minute chunks, and I finally beat it. There's no shame in tackling those fears in whatever level you're comfortable with.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, Astrobot. I bet the last boss scares him.
It might.
That's why he plays Stunt Kite Master, because there's nothing but caterpillars and wind.
The kite can't hurt me, man. The kite just loves me.
Greatest PSVR game of all time, right?
Greatest of all time. All time.
Ooh. Okay, so you mentioned that you like puzzle games. So I have a few inquiries about that. Number one, can we talk about how good Static is?
I can't convey how much I love Static. I've written is it Targier? Is that how you say their studio?
There's some stupid French people, man. I don't know.
I've written them on Twitter and Facebook and professed my love for what they did designing this game from the ground up for a specific piece of hardware. Like everything about that game is just the Voyeur level is one of my greatest experiences in playing video games in the 37 years I've been on this planet. It's just
dude.
brilliant.
So when I saw Voyeur, I thought I was gonna end up like, I don't know, watching some girl undress or something. Right. I was scared what was going on, but
don't spoil it because I've heard great things about this level. I know nothing about it, and I don't want to get it ruined. But
the moment I realized what was happening, I had to pause the game and just reflect and just be like, this is game design on a whole another level. And it's one of those things where I've had that feeling so many times over since I got the headset that it really blows me away, how disconnected a lot of people are from it just because it's unfamiliar. Just you'd be surprised how much into our comfort zones hardcore, quote unquote, hardcore gamers are. But once you take off those biases and really dive in, it's just like every game you play is so different from the other one. And they're just these moments of just brilliant design. It's like, Static is special, man. I tell people it goes on sale all the time. And every time it does, I'm just like, you got $8. Tell me you don't have $8. Like, buy Static.
Yeah. And if you haven't listened to it, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, we did a special puzzle edition of the podcast, and I fought Alex tooth and nail because he won Salaryman Escape. But dude, Static is he makes fun of me every time because I get this phrase wrong. Head and foot above the others. Is that it?
Head and foot.
Head and foot. Okay.
Or what? What is it? Head and.
No, you're right. It's head and foot above the rest, Adam.
I hate you, Alex. It's not.
Don't correct him, Develon. Don't correct him.
You're an idiot. Anyhow.
Head and foot, man. Head and foot.
Hey, okay. It is so much better than the second best puzzle game. Like, I mean, it's not even in the same universe.
Yeah.
It is. Oh,
I'd probably do top 5 at Static. I Expect You to Die. Soon to be, obviously, Tetris Effect is going to be in there. And I mean, people consider Super Hot a puzzle game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could see that because you have
because you got one way to get out. Yeah. So super hot. And I like Tumble. Tumble's another one.
That's an underrated game. That's very good. It's also
I like the original Tumble on PS3 when it was
yeah.
Oh, dude. So I'm glad I found another Static. Have you beat like the very
I have all
like super complicated?
Yeah. I did honestly have to go to YouTube for the the secret ending, find all the kind of hidden puzzles in the levels. I beat all the puzzles themselves without any help. But once I was done and wanted that secret ending, I went back to find out how you get there.
I've spent probably a couple hours trying to figure it out without like cheating, and I can't do it. I don't even think I'm close.
Yeah, I don't think it's one of those. That one's a little bit more unreasonable that you would just figure it out yourself. It's technically all there, but it's very not necessarily, as clear as the puzzle boxes themselves are.
Okay. All right. So we have about just a few minutes. I want two more things from us before we let you go.
All right.
First thing is, real quick, tell me what the worst PSVR game is that you've played.
People are going to hate me for this answer, and this is just because of my personal taste. It is not a comment on, how your sense of humor is different than mine. For me, Accounting Plus was not a good experience. I pre-ordered it and bought into the hype after it was announced, and it just didn't work for me.
I could totally see that if it's not your cup of tea, comedy wise. The only thing the game is just little comedic shorts,
right.
And if that's not your cup of tea, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, so that was the only game that I bought and played, and just immediately regretted the money that I spent on it.
Oof. Okay, so last thing we want to do is we started doing a thing where we have some extra codes for just random games. Mm-hmm. So what we got tonight, we have the Persistence. We got Monkey King, which I guess I'm going to be watching with you if you get that one. And then Cold Iron.
Nice.
So we tried to concoct a wheel. It didn't work. I suck. So I wrote down each of the games. Each one has a random number, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to have you guess a number, and you get that code. So think long and hard, because this might be what you play after you play Tetris Effect.
All right. So I just got to give you a number?
Yep, let's do it.
3.
3. Oh. It's Cold Iron!
Woo!
Nice. So I'm assuming you haven't played that, right?
I have not. No, never played it.
Dude, it's a good game. Real fun. There's a whole a backstory to that for me. But, like, essentially you duel people. It's pretty fun. It's not too long, so you'll be able to like pick it up, play pretty easily. You're gonna enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, well, we don't want to keep you here too long. Develon, we appreciate you joining us, man. It was awesome getting to like actually talk to you. See you on Twitter all the time, but actually talking to someone is like more special. It's cooler. So we really appreciate you joining us. And we'll get PSN codes. And we'll see you in the effect, the Tetris Effect.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys having me. I'm super passionate about PSVR. Anyone who's talked to me knows that. So I appreciate the opportunity to talk to other people about it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
All right.
We'll have you on sometime if we loop back around on our guests. We'll get you on again because we love talking about it too, man.
Perfect. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
You too. All right, for everyone else, we're going to come back with our airing of grievances, and we've got a couple other things up our sleeve, probably Tetris Effect related, but stick with us. We'll talk to you then. Welcome back, as promised, to the third segment of PlayPSVR, the podcast. Not going to lie, the whole time Develon was with us, I was just thinking, how much land has this man conquered? With a name like Develon, it sounds like he owns his own army and he is pillaging villages and stealing land. How much land do you think he has, Alex?
2.5 acres, maybe 3. How much?
Could be.
I don't think I understand proportions right.
I don't
hectare.
know.
Is it a hectare?
You're definitely talking to the wrong guy. But if you want to know what PlayStation sales are going on, then I'm the right guy. How do you feel about that?
I feel good, Adam. How about we just get to the sales so I can get back to Tetris Effect?
Oh, good point. Okay, so the game that I constantly say that I'm going to look into, and yeah, I admit I am never going to buy, Archangel, is $6 for PlayStation Plus members. Although you would recommend we buy it, right?
This is the cheapest it has ever been. It is well worth $6. That is a steal. You're stupid if you don't get it at this price. I don't think it's going to be this cheap again, and it is a fantastic game, especially for $10. Very high production values, very fun game. Adam, Loading Human, Chapter 1, $7.99. Interested?
No. You could use that and buy Tetris Effect. Somewhat. Flippy's Tesla, 99 cents.
No.
Aw.
Space Rift, Episode 1. Remember, Danny Weissenberger recommended this game. Space Rift, Episode 1, $5.99. You going to do it?
The thing is, dude, I just dropped money in Tetris Effect, like literally like an hour ago. I can't be spending a bunch of money on games. Not now, maybe in the future.
Well, I just won the Tetris tournament at the local mall, the Tetris Effect tournament, and they gave me a whole bunch of money. I'm rich now, and so I'm going to purchase this game for $5.99. Thank you, Adam.
All right, you're welcome. Werewolves Within, $6.59. What a random price.
So, yeah, it's 67% off also, so that's, random. But this game's really fun. It's worth that price if there's the community, and I think the community's still out there. We should try it again sometime, Adam. Try to organize some people to play it. And I
can ask what a pansexual is again.
And maybe we'll get the answer this time. Adam,
right.
Eagle Flight for $6.59.
Don't waste your money.
I'm actually probably going to buy that too. Okay.
Of course you are. Radio G Racing Revealed, $5.99. Or wait, Revolved. That's Racing Revolved. Dude, on our
Adam just revealed his illiteracy.
Joke's on you.
I've heard that it's decent if you want some more Wipeout action, maybe just a little bit lower quality, like a budget Wipeout. So if you're interested in that, I hear it's decent. So, yeah, I'm into it. Raw Data for $15.99, Adam. Are you going to do Servios? Servios did it.
Servios is good. People like it. Again, I'm not spending $16 on it, but think about it.
Cheapskate.
Sprint Vector, $12.
Yeah, that's a good price for it. I own it. I haven't played it. Servios, it's probably going to be really good. I should probably be playing it, but I haven't. Maybe I'll start soon. I love you, Servios. Adam, The Invisible Hours, $11.99.
I know we have differing opinions on this. I say wait for it to be a little cheaper. It's blurry. It's so blurry, and it's cool, but once you get like 2 hours in, it starts to lose its appeal. I say hold off.
One of the greatest examples of video game storytelling, in my opinion. Go for it, Adam.
Sure. MLB Home Run Derby VR.
If there's anything people know about me, it's that I love baseball. And so I've had this game since it came out. It's the best. I can't even keep the lie up. No, I'm not going to get it.
No, me neither.
Gran Turismo Sport, $19.99.
Our boy JD, he likes it. Probably still aren't going to get it. $20. I spent too much money on Tetris Effect. Sorry, bro. This one I'll cover because it sucks. American Dream, $10. Don't do it. Don't fall in a trap. Game's not good. Game's not funny. Game's not original. Next.
Code 51 Mecha Arena, $11.99.
More like Code. No.
Good
Everest VR. I know, right? Everest VR, $9.99. Please don't even consider that.
Speaking of peaks and tallest mountains in the world and highest places in the world, talk about the highest price for the quality of the game. That's $9.99 for Everest VR. Not worth it. I'm not going to climb that mountain. Gnog for $9.99.
Not going to buy it. I know you did, and you haven't played it yet, but
haven't bought it.
All right, never mind. Then you haven't bought it. I'm not buying it. It's not even on the radar. Symphony of the Machine. $13.99.
Now that Tetris Effect is coming out, I see no purpose for any kind of music relaxation game, so I'm not gonna bite. Sorry, guys.
Ooh, but how about Electronauts for $14?
If you're interested in making music, this is the jam. It's another Servios game. It's a whole lot of fun. They're adding more music to it. It's a great time. $13, excellent price for it. Why not? But I'm not gonna get it because I already got it. Adam, are you gonna get it? Probably not.
Dude, I got all the music I need in Tetris Effect. I don't need it.
Okay. Along Together, $14.99.
No. It looks like a poor man's version of Moss.
Yeah.
Robbins?
Like that. Yeah.
You do?
No, I'm not saying don't get it at that price. $9.99 is a good price for it.
Okay. Robinson the Journey. What? $50. F that.
Also recommended highly from Danny from the last episode. I'm not going to drop 50 on it though because there's many games I could get for $50 that are probably more enjoyable. So no, Adam, Paper Dolls, $15.29.
Dude, what you need to spend that $15.29 for is some new toilet paper to wipe your butt from the bad controls. So no, don't do it. Not until they come out with a patch.
And to wipe your butt from apparently the poop that came out of your butt listening to the music from Rez, according to Adam, apparently.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He said yesterday, whatever, don't do that to me, Adam. I hate you. I hate you. Catalonia came out. The Legends of Catalonia came out. It was free. It's put forth by the Tourism Board of Catalonia. It looks interesting. It's free. Give it a try. There's some relaxing looking stuff. There was a drone flying game that actually looked kind of interesting.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. It's free. It looks interesting.
No. It came from the board of Catalonia?
Yeah, the Tourism Board of Catalonia, man. It's an official government production.
Dude, I thought you were joking.
No, I'm not joking, man. I never joke on this podcast. This podcast is full of serious discussion on my end and a bunch of loop-de-doop, stupid discussion on your end. Let's move on.
At what point are you going to tell me you were joking the whole time?
I'm not joking. It's seriously put forth by the Tourism Board. So.
Dude, that is awesome. And wow. I'm still not going there, but okay.
All right.
You're joking, aren't you?
I'm not joking. We're going to move on to the games coming out next week. This is a big game for PSVR and also some divisive games. We're going to save the best for last. But right off the bat, Deracine from Software, notable developers, is a brand new story adventure created by the renowned Bloodborne developer From Software. Available exclusively on PSVR. As a spirit in a secluded boarding school, the player must prove its existence and build a unique bond with the students as the world is uncovered through discovery and exploration. As the mystery of the story unfolds, the spirit must travel in time to change the fate of the pupils. Adam, this sounds like something you're going to hate, and I loved Invisible Hours, and this sounds like Invisible Hours, but made by From Software. So I'm digging it. I'm excited about it. What are you thinking, Adam?
Dude, I would not spend 10 minutes away from Tetris Effect for this. No, I'm not playing it.
Okay. Also coming out next week, Star Bear Taxi. It's put out by Funktronic Labs. It's a fast-paced VR native title that really delivers, apparently. Race a spaceship taxi around Star Bear's tiny futuristic city to deliver busy passenger bears to their desired destinations. Bears got to be places too, you know. Adam, we watched the trailer of this together. It looks interesting, looks charming, looks kind of fun, like a poor man's version of Astrobot in a sense with the visuals. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the gameplay. It could be really fun. It could just be something kind of repetitive or boring. I don't know. There's a lot coming out this week. I'm probably not going to bite. What do you think?
Well, it looks like it's something you'd play if you were maybe 5 years old. And then again, I wouldn't even spend 3 minutes away from Tetris Effect for this game.
Okay.
That's less than a single game of Tetris on Tetris Effect that I wouldn't spend on that game.
All right, this game might be kind of up your alley. It's Siren. Siren is an intense survival horror game in which you must use your wits to navigate through a labyrinthine underwater base. In episode 1, you must use your stealth and solve puzzles to survive, while in episode 2, you must blast your way through the deadly swarm of sirens stalking you. Now, Adam, I know that for Halloween you went trick-or-treating dressed as a mermaid, and this game features mermaids that you fight against. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how pumped are you for this game? I see your mermaid tail in the background there in the camera wagging. Are you really excited about it?
Well, what I was trying to do was gain a rapport with all the other mermaids so then I could trick them and say I'm a man so I could woo them with my charm and good looks. What happened was I just screamed mermaid calls all night and I didn't find a single woman. And I went to bed lonely and sad. But it's okay because I've got Tetris Effect now and I don't need those hoes. But this game looks like a poor man's version of the Persistence. I mean, I'll play it. I'll give it a chance because it looks like it has good visuals and a cool atmosphere, and I like the Persistence so much, and that was a survival horror. So, yeah, I mean, I'll give it a shot, but, I mean, they really got to start off strong to take me away from the Tetris Effect. So, there it is.
All right. Up next, we have Transpose, put forth by Secret Location, the makers of Blasters of the Universe, which is one of the best wave shooters, we think. It's a dreamlike VR puzzle game set in a universe where time and gravity are used as tools to manipulate the world. By creating and working with looped recordings of their actions, players must solve increasingly complex physics puzzles in a mysterious setting where notions of space and time no longer apply. Now, I'm playing this game, Adam, and it's under embargo, so I can't give my impressions. Adam, how do you feel about this game, just from what you've heard about it?
Well, I've heard that it's good. It's like one of those games to me that, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what I think. Except for Static, I wasn't a huge puzzle game person. I've heard this is good. We're actually going to have Solo Vision, who we had on the podcast not too long ago. He's actually going to do a guest, I guess, review for us, or, you know, whatever. I thought it would be something kind of fun to do, have a fan or have someone else, like, come in and join us and review a game and just kind of, like, spice it up. It's kind of fun, and I think it'd be good for the fans to actually get to review a game and so they can see how hard our job is. And so I'm looking forward to his review and reading it and seeing what he has to say about it. The problem is, though, I just don't, again, it's Tetris Effect, bro. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. And, I mean, really, of all of these games you mentioned, Alex, tell me, are any of these going to take you, like, if you had to play one game, I know Deracine is like, you know, AAA title, and it's going to be awesome, and it's a well-known publisher, and it was at E3, like, you know, the trailer was there. But is that really going to take you away from Tetris Effect?
No, they probably won't, but that's it for all the games that are coming out next week. I'm just joking. Tetris Effect is coming out next week, guys. It's going to be awesome. We've been talking about it the whole time. Adam's right. I don't want to play any game other than Tetris Effect. It's fantastic. It's living up to the hype for us. I don't know how things can go wrong. I played it in flat a little bit, and it's good. But in VR, you really get in the zone. You really get immersed. This is just where we are lucky to be alive in the time that Tetris Effect comes out. That's what I think about it.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if it came out and it just totally sucked a nut? Like, they put the best 3 levels on the demo and made it look awesome, and then it just wasn't good.
Or they released the demo, and then, you know, the demo's only out until like the 5th, and then they take the demo away, and then the actual game comes out, and it's different, and it doesn't work, and it's not as good, and we just want to play the demo again, but we can't. That's what's going to happen.
Or like, they had a demo, and like you're saying, it's only like temporary, and then the actual game comes out, and then it's even better than the demo, and there's more levels and better music and more modes and more friends, and my avatar can change from a fish so I can be a mermaid because that's what I really want deep down. That is what Tetris Effect is going to be like.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's the Tetris Effect, man. Okay, moving on, Adam. Here, it's your favorite part, airing of grievances. I'll start. I have a lot to be thankful for this week. Tetris Effect came out, and it's absolutely wonderful. So my grievance is that there's only 24 hours in a day. There's a lot of games out there. I got a backlog to play, and now Tetris Effect is coming out, Transpose is coming out, Deracine is coming out. I even want to dabble in that, Star Bear Taxi game. I want to play these games. There's not enough time in the day. I think I just bit my lip and it's bleeding. That's my new grievance. My lip is bleeding because I'm so rabid because I want to talk about how much I love these games. Adam, go. Give me your grievance.
Okay, so I will say that I pretty much talked about my biggest freaking grievance and those horrible trash controls by Paper Dolls. However, I got another one that's kind of irking me. I don't know if I'm ticked, but I'm definitely not happy. You're sitting there rubbing in my face, Alex, that, I got platinum for Mind Labyrinth. I hate those games. The platinum is essentially finish the game, and every time it's one of those games that it's not even a challenge to beat. It's like Here They Lie, or one of those games that if you even have any type of skilled bone in your body, then you could go through it easily, and then you get platinum. Whereas me, went through the persistence, spent like 30 hours to get that platinum, and had to sweat blood and cry tears and really push myself, and then also fight freaking random chance. Screw you. Anyhow, I work so hard for my platinums, and then you just get one for being a little freaking sissy doll, and you don't even need to learn how to read the quotes that are on that game. So that's bullcrap. Come on. You need to have some type of like quality assurance that like, okay, there has to be some bar that has to be set that, okay, if it's not quote-unquote this difficult, it's not a platinum. That's bullcrap. You don't deserve that platinum, Alex. All these people playing that game, you don't deserve that platinum. You should have to earn it, and you didn't earn it. You got lucky, and I don't think you should say you earned a platinum because you didn't earn jack crap. You suck. Adam, I earned it. You didn't earn it.
I used my mindfulness. I was aware. I used my presence. I used my patience. I became a better person. I evolved. I meditated. I grew up, and I learned what it was to be a new human. That's how I earned that platinum with Mind Labyrinth VR. Until you've done it, you can't tell me how hard it is to get that platinum. But you have gotten the platinum for the persistence, and you've barely gotten any other platinums. Adam, I'm starting to think maybe you're just really bad at video games. No, that's my new grievance. Forget about bleeding my lip. I don't care if I'm bleeding all over the place. Adam, my grievance is you. You suck at video games, and I'm going to prove you suck at video games. At the end of this Tetris Effect demo, I'm going to crush you with my Tetris Effect score. What do you got? Oh, I got 50,000. I'm so good at Tetris Effect. Screw you, Adam. We're going 150. We're going 200. We're going 500K on the Tetris Effect demo. You can look it up in the rankings. Look us up on the PSN rankings. You're going to see Adam crying in tears. His fish is going to be belly up in the star. He's going to be so wasted by the high score I'm dropping on him. Adam's not going to play Tetris Effect anymore, guys. He's going to be too embarrassed to get in there because he can't handle the heat that I'm bringing. Adam, my grievance is you. I have a grievance with you. It's you think you're good at Tetris Effect. You're not good at Tetris Effect. You're scum. You are scum in the Tetris Effect world. I'm going to get a platinum. I'm going to rub it in your face, and you're going to cry and weep and cry. You're going to go home to Thanksgiving. You're not going to come back because you can't show your face on this podcast anymore.
The only thing you're going to drop is a deuce. That's why I think.
Drop a deuce on your score when I'm moving up the rankings.
All right, sure.
That is it for the Tetris Effect episode, Tetris Effect demo episode of PlayPSVR podcast. Adam, do you have anything else to say before I take us out?
I want to thank Develon for making me have to watch Monkey King. Thanks, Develon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Develon, for joining us. It was great discussion, and I look forward to seeing you in the ring in Creed and looking up at you as you knock me out onto the canvas and I once again get knocked out by a 12-year-old. Nobody knows Develon was the 12-year-old that knocked me out. Maybe. I don't know how old he is. That's it. Play PSVR, the podcast, another episode in the books. We are on Facebook again. I made a Facebook group, Play PSVR, so you can listen to us on there if you like to listen to podcasts on Facebook. Also, you can listen to the podcast on YouTube now. We're going to start putting them up on there, so some people like listening to this stuff on YouTube. No videos just yet, so it's just going to be a splash screen with the audio. Enjoy that. I can watch the view counts that way, and you leave comments. We'll talk to you. It's a great time. We all love talking to you guys. We are also, as usual, on iTunes and Pocket Cast and all those podcast apps that you can use to subscribe to our RSS feed. Also, you can go to our website, download the podcast and listen to it, or just stream it and read our reviews. We write these things for you. And, I'm posting them on Reddit now, too, so you can read them on Reddit if you want to. But we like getting those clicks, baby. We don't have ads, but we like getting those clicks, and we want to see those clicks on our review page. We like seeing where you're from. You're from Germany. You're from Russia. You're from everywhere. We want to see where you're from. We want you to comment and talk to us. We love talking to you guys. We're all connected on the internet, talking PSVR stuff to you. So go home and play the Tetris Effect demo before they take it away, and then enjoy some PlayPSVR, the podcast, where virtual reality is our reality.